Raizel, Danny, welcome to the Theorist podcast.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
to have you
Thank
here
you.
today.
Thank you for having us.
I'm assuming everybody probably knows you from Instagram and from social media. Um, you guys are really doing something special for the Jewish people.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I know I told you that earlier, but I really do mean it.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
because as an Orthodox Jew, it makes you feel normal that you don't need to look like one specific type of person. You don't need to be doing one specific type of thing. You could travel the world, you could do whatever you want to do. And I feel like sometimes I feel confined in a box in my Judaism, and just seeing people who are doing that very publicly,
Thank you.
very publicly is very cool.
Well, Judaism shouldn't make you feel confined in a box.
That's first of all.
That's number one. I'm sorry that you have that experience.
No. I've since
Let's
found
fix this trauma.
trauma's figuring itself out.
Good.
Through this podcast. But I want to go through your story and maybe a little deeper into your story than maybe went before.
Let's do it.
I want to go way back to the beginning. You guys are not from America, which makes you guys already very interesting.
Oh, thank you. You just need to have
My
an
wife is all
accent
the
and
way
you're
from
good.
Australia.
I know. I
Bad.
wish I had
The
an
accent was good.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know who to start with, but I kind of want to go into what your experience was growing up in your respective countries before meeting each other, before starting this account, before where you are today.
I don't think we've ever done that.
No, I don't think so.
Are you ready for
Love
that?
it. Let's
Yeah.
go for
Did I
it.
Totally.
catch you
Let's
on
go.
1 foot? No? Okay.
That's
Let's
the best
go.
time to catch. No, on one foot.
Who wants to go first? Say rock, paper, scissors?
Raizel.
We're doing Danny. I think Sweden's like different, no? Who hears
You're
about
giving it
Sweden?
away. You're gonna put the secrets
Oh,
away.
okay, wait
No,
for
they
it.
should know already.
Well, growing up in Sweden was a lot of fun. I loved my childhood. I'm, thank God, one of 11. And my parents are the Chabad Shluchim there. So we were the only, us and my cousins were the only, there were also Shluchim there, the Donovs. We were the only, observant Jewish family at the time living there for most of it.
In the country?
No, in the city.
Okay,
in
in the city.
Gothenburg. There were other, observant families as well, but handful. And I had a great childhood. My friends were all non-observant Jews.
Non-observant Jews.
And
okay.
but that's what the Rebbe was about. The Rebbe was about every Jew is exactly the same soul, and nothing can set us apart.
I want to go more into the day in the life of growing up and kind of go through being a kid to being in middle school, I assume. Not to be stereotypical, you're in a school that maybe it was your dad's school or something, a Jewish school.
My parents' school.
Okay. And go through the evolution of your upbringing in Sweden. Something that I kind of want to speak about. I always thought of Sweden as a pretty anti-Semitic place. And I want to know about your experience growing up in Sweden. If you've encountered anything problematic, disturbing.
I would say the Swedish people are very kind and very non-anti-Semitic and very, well-hearted, empathetic, sympathetic people. And I think I can give them great credit if you look around the world. But if you count also the immigrants that Sweden brought in, they are extremely anti-Semitic because they're not like in France where there are Algerians and Moroccans. They are literally like Palestinians and Syrians and Lebanese that have a real anti-Semitic indoctrination. Like for them, they need to hate Jews in their upbringing.
I also think, sorry, I'm not from Sweden, but I do think when you're in Sweden as the only religious person, then the hate comes a lot more directed to you because it's like, oh, here's a Jew.
You're the mascot.
You're like literally. So like
They've
we'll
never
be in
seen
Sweden.
a religious Jew before.
Yeah, we've gotten Jew.
Did you look like this?
Yeah, I look like
You had
this,
the
like,
beard and everything?
Oh, as a kid?
Yeah.
I was when I got from bar mitzvah, I wear a hat. Sure, yeah.
Tzitzis.
But I always had the yarmulke
Mm-hmm.
and the Those
The
that don't
white
know,
yarmulke.
Well, this is just for fun. I wear my son's yarmulkes all
Mhm.
day.
I like it.
They're from. We work with a brand called iKeeper, so we have a
Mm.
lot of them.
I think
So I just
I'm wearing an eye keeper right now.
so I just switch up. He has a massive pile. I just switch it up.
He has
Did
more
you-
fun than him.
And and I
Did you
wear the
learn your-
tzitzis. I wore my tzitzis all the time.
Did you learn your fashion sense from Sweden? Do Swedish people have good fashion? You're a very
My
well dressed
father's-
man.
I appreciate it. Thank you. My wife teaches me.
Absolutely not. I mean, like I love.
Come on, I'm trying to give you points.
It's very sweet, but this is something you came with in a very sweet way.
My
I
father's
love it.
Italian. My mom's
Mhm.
British, and I'm born
Mm.
in Sweden. So I like combining all. Of
That's why
those.
you have all those buttons open.
That's the Italian.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. But anyways,
This is actually from Vietnam.
Oh, really?
Handmade.
handmade,
$80.
$80.
Yeah, go to Vietnam. Get a
Gotta
watch
travel.
No, this was the blazer. 60.
This was 60.
Did it make travel worth it to
Nope.
Vietnam?
Well, we spent a lot more than the
Uh,
$60 in the jacket,
I think
but
we
it was
spent
a
like
lot of fun.
$10K in like a few weeks. So
No.
And it was
We were there for 4 weeks. We spent less. Come
maybe
on.
8K.
8. We spent like 8K in 4 weeks.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
whatever.
That's
Yeah.
not too bad. It's
It was
bad.
worth it. It's
That's
worth
worth
it.
it.
It
I
was-
guess.
yeah, we definitely could have done that cheaper. Who are we kidding? After the
what's the
fact.
difference? Look back.
What? Yeah.
Do you guys try to travel cheap, or you try
course.
to and then never works out exactly to
Yeah,
budget
Something
or
on those
plan?
lines.
You guys should know Europe. You guys should know other countries because you're. Anyways, I want to go into. Back to the anti-Semitism. I don't really hear you talking about it so often. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 posts on your Instagram about it. Why is that?
Yeah, I don't speak about anti-Semitism much because I don't believe in it.
What do you
I-
what do you what do you mean?
Like, imagine I gave this example recently on a video. Imagine a kid comes into this world, a newborn comes into this world, and you tell the newborn, look around you. You think this is a beautiful world? You got it wrong. People hate you. There are cliffs. There are car crashes. You know how many Boeing 707s crashed this year? You're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to say, if you go to Syria, they'll kill you. No one does that. No one greets someone into this world with those facts because the world is massive.
So what is your account? Are you trying to? Because I thought you were trying to just show them that you're Jews, you're Orthodox, and you're normal. I thought that was the objective. Am I misreading your account?
No. I think there's a fine difference between proving versus
Showing.
Being.
understanding, being. You know, if I think this world, for it to heal really and truly, we need to understand each other and respect each other despite our differences. And that is something to showcase. Not, look at us, look, we have a family, look at us, we also get dressed, look at us, we also believe, like, that is trying to prove. You're not trying to prove anything.
That would be coming out of a weakness.
That's coming from a negative space, but rather just where this is what a religious Jewish family looks like. You could try and understand us, and that'll build bridges. That'll make healthy understanding, and it'll make this world more of a peaceful place. It's a fine line, and I think when that line is crossed, you could get very lost.
Did you feel different, isolated, maybe better than other people growing up?
I felt lucky.
You felt lucky. What does that mean, lucky?
I don't know.
What?
I feel like lucky can mean a lot of things. It was a private luckiness because obviously people were coming out to you publicly and saying, you're telling me you're getting approached on the street, growing up, saying you're a Jew and stuff like that.
The fact that they scream at me Yahud on the street in Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
scary as a kid. It's very scary. for
You
sure.
felt lucky for that?
I wouldn't have changed who I am, of course not. For that specifically, anytime I have an anti-Semitic experience, I just think to myself, this is proof that God exists, literally, in a sense, because it says in the Torah, because it's so non-understandable. Esav, it's a halacha in Judaism, it's Jewish law. Esav saying as Yaakov that Esav will always hate Jacob. And Rashi says, that for the generations that they're just that's what it's gonna be.
Just
And
the
we
way the
see it
world
today,
is.
thousands of years later. Like, how do they remember? Since the time of Jacob, they remember to always hate the Jews. It's kind of like a coincidence. It's got the Torah is kind of true. Like they still remember now. Like
Mhm.
seriously, okay, here we go. You know what I mean?
There's
So
a
as a
big thing on
kid, that's what I
Instagram. It was
thought.
promised to you 5,000 years ago. Promised to you
Yeah, it
3,000
was
years
Every
ago.
time we
promised.
travel somewhere new, and we're like, look how beautiful this Airbnb is. That was a promise to you 2,000 years
Yeah,
ago.
exactly.
I'm like, okay, you want to go down
They're
this
still
rabbit
going
hole?
back there. They're still,
Still going there.
yeah.
No, we got death threats
Yeah.
as kids a lot. Yeah, we were chased. I remember once we were chased. It was really scary. We were chased into like this. It was like this public classroom, um, like this mall type of thing. It was like an art class,
It sounds
Um,
very Swedish.
and we were there having an art class, making like sculptures and stuff, and getting our hands wet. And like these Palestinian kids walked past, and they scream, "Ah, Judar! Oh, det finns judar här!" They're all getting excited. So we told the teacher. She closed the door. She's like, "Oh, why? Whatever." So we closed the door ourselves. And then, like, oh, she opened it afterwards. She's like, she was clearly left wing and pro Palestinian. And she's like, no, they're just traumatized from the torturism and their color in Israel and whatever, and going on about that. And we're like, no, they just want to kill us. Stop it. And I was like 8. I don't know what I was, 10 maybe. And then we saw them coming again, and we closed the door and we locked it. And she was like yapping away to us, and we're little kids. That's crazy. Like, I'm thinking back now, like she was like 40. I don't know, whoa, what she's like defending them type of thing. And they were banging on the door. We're gonna vi ska slakta er, vi ska döda er. We're gonna kill
That's
you.
Swedish?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
But you said you don't know any bad words in Swedish. Okay.
And they were banging, and the security had to take us for like the back door and evacuate us and everything. But that didn't weaken our Judaism. That just made me feel that it's more real.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's weird, but yeah.
It's
then-
impressive for a 10-year-old.
Yeah. Raizel.
Oh, I'm glad you guys closed the door.
That's so crazy. That's actually very crazy.
Yeah, these Palestinian kids could be watching now.
What do you get a little kiss, like a little?
Respect them.
You do. Okay.
No, I don't.
Well, there's a lot of brainwash. What can you don't
Unfortunately,
expect.
they're just brainwashed.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I respect them as human beings. I don't respect their opinions.
Yeah. So Raizel, you grew up in Australia.
I grew up in Australia in Sydney.
A little more Jewish.
A lot more Jewish. Underlined a lot, We had kosher restaurants growing up. Danny had none of that. Even today, you want a kosher restaurant in Sweden, it's his home. So I grew up probably about the main Jewish areas in the eastern suburbs of Sydney. I grew up about 45 minutes away. Still a Jewish area where I live, still a Jewish community. Not as strong, not as like typically religious, I guess, especially Chabad. But there still is a Jewish community there. It's definitely built up since I was younger. So now, as it is today, is a lot more religious than when I was younger. Now there's a big religious community there. But I used to commute to school 45 minutes to go to like the religious school. There is a Jewish school where I lived, but it wasn't at the religious par, of education that my parents wanted for us. So we drove 45 minutes daily to school, which is all relative because, in New York,
That's a
it's
short
easy.
commute.
It's a short commute.
An hour and a half
exactly.
is like, okay, I commuted. 45 minutes is like
Literally.
I drove.
Literally. But like, all my friends are like, well, you live so far, We are not driving there. You live so far.
Do people drive in Australia?
They do, but just to cross the bridge to where I live is like a big deal. It's like as if you're flying across the world. But
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know. If you know Sydney, you know Sydney. But what was I gonna say? No, I grew up in my personal family life. We were also, my parents are the Chabad Shluchim. We had we have, thank God, they still have a Chabad house, a Jewish community. They, run synagogue every week and Hebrew schools and all
Shout out
different.
for Shvan Shriger.
Yeah, my mom and dad, they're amazing. They run a full
Join my
community.
mother-in-law's
Do they also have
Torrent
accents?
My mom is Australian.
Okay.
So I grew up with my mom's family 45 minutes away in the main area. Her family came when there was like nothing there, Well, there was a little, but really not a lot. So my mom's Australian. My dad is from New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an accent.
He has a New Yorkan accent. He
anything
grew up in
change?
New York. It did not change. I don't think you could take a New Yorkan accent out of a New Yorker.
He's like a Brooklyn
It's like
guy?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay.
So they moved to Sydney, however many years ago now. But I grew up with that being mostly more of my identity in that sense. Like Danny, I grew up with some of my very close friends are not religious because that was just the community I was part of, That was my parents' community. And
Did that impact you in any way? Positively,
I always say, like, what's
negatively?
there to impact? Are we both good people? Do we both, we don't have to live the same lifestyle to be good friends. I think that's the beautiful thing of this world. And I think, like, the world has become so polarized that people can't understand that or see that. Like,
especially after Charlie Kirk's assassination. Like,
it really hits. Like, what? Like, we have to be that polarized? We can't have different lifestyles and still love each other and still be, like, best friends and still get along? Like, isn't that so beautiful to have that in this world,
Or even to be able to have a conversation with people you don't agree.
Literally, and agree to disagree.
I filmed a podcast for this Palestinian podcaster.
Yeah.
And
no Jew would reject anything for money, let's be honest.
Exactly. No, they're nice people, though. I hated how nice they were. They were so nice.
Why would you hate that?
Because I feel like I'm programmed to dislike them. I'm expecting that I dislike them.
Well, you can dislike their opinions.
Yeah, so
I think people forget that.
End of the day, it's like we're both people.
And I really think...
And they also have their own traumas. But
yeah.
For sure.
I think people in general just try to be good people. And the problem is when it becomes so polarized that the bad and good and evil is
you have to choose a team, you have to choose a side, and then you can't just be...
Or, yeah.
There's a red line when someone wants to kill you. That's the red line.
Mm.
You understand? We don't want to harm anyone. We don't want to kill anyone unless they're trying to kill us, literally. Yeah, but if they think that we're trying to kill them, there's nothing what we can do. I don't know how to help them.
You don't know how to...
Like in the comments, they all think all Jews want to kill all Arabs because think that we're superior or whatever. There's nothing we can do to help that, unfortunately.
Is there a reverse true?
What do you say?
Is there a reverse true?
What does that mean?
That all Arabs want to kill all Jews?
No.
Okay,
They don't want to kill all Jews. And many of them do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The ones that aren't... It's jihadi indoctrination. It's just like ISIS. So whoever is indoctrinated in that way. And then it evolved into also like the woke society as well. Like a lot of them think that all Jews want to kill all Arabs and whatever, and
all babies.
All babies.
That's our biggest comments.
What can we do that they believe that? Me and that's not true. You know what I mean?
I want to get into kind of the hate comments later because I feel like you guys get
a lot of it.
Unproportional amount of hate comments for a regular account. But I want to go now from you guys. You grew up in your countries.
Yeah.
What happened next? What was the next episode?
At 18, I left Australia. I finished high school, graduated, etc. Went to Israel for seminary. Everyone does kind of.
Which seminary?
In Tzfat.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of it.
There's a million like Chabad seminaries in Tzfat.
There's two. There's two in Tzfat.
Okay, two is a million people go there.
2 is a million.
Okay,
there are
fine.
2 in Tzfat.
Okay.
So I went there for a year, and then I moved to New York and lived there for 3 years until I met Danny.
Our mothers. Well, I went to yeshiva.
Well, Danny left home much earlier than I did.
Where did you go to yeshiva?
14.
I realized it was a mistake because I'm like, oh, seminary, yeshiva in Israel. Of course I'm gonna know. And I'm like, wait, you're Chabad.
When I was 13, I left home.
13.
At 13, but I was homesick, so I came back.
Okay. Where did you leave home to?
I went to Detroit.
Detroit? Why?
Coming all the way from beautiful Sweden, I thought it was
Why?
gross, disgusting. I
What was waiting
pointing.
for you in Detroit?
Well, there was a yeshiva there, but it's a good yeshiva and all, but there was like electricity poles on the street and concrete all over. And
This
I
is
was,
not for a city, a European city, boy.
yeah, I was like, this is disgusting. I was so homesick.
You're like,
And my
where's the green
parents-
space? Where's the?
So I said I want to come home. So my parents said okay. So I came home, and then I went to like a few months later. I went to a different yeshiva. I went to Tzfat also
Mhm.
in Israel. There was a little yeshiva.
And you
for-
missed each other there. It was a
Yeah,
different time.
this is
Different
totally
ages,
different ages.
different ages.
Yeah, I went when I was 18, 19.
So I went there when I
he's
was 14,
14.
15, 16. Yeah, I was there for two and a half years. I had a great time.
You got out early. Why was that?
Yeah.
Why did you leave?
Home so
you
early.
left
Oh.
home
She
when
was
you were
at
like
high school.
18.
I had that's a difference. I had a Jewish community where I grew up 45 minutes away.
We had no
so
Jewish community.
I had a
Like,
school to go to. He didn't. His parents' school finished when, how old were you?
Oh, the school finished.
The school finishes
You,
at
you
12,
didn't get
yeah.
finished from the school. That didn't
Yeah.
happen.
So our school wasn't. There's no high school,
hmm
so we go to yeshiva.
So you had to find a high school somewhere.
The yeshiva starts. It's called Masifta, and Masifta is like 14, 15, 16, or 13, 14, 15, 16.
What I'm trying to get to, were you a good kid?
Oh.
Were you a well-behaved kid? Because I'm like, why do they want you out of the house? Why do they want you in Detroit? Get him
Get
all the way
away.
across the globe. Let's get him out of here.
All the way to Detroit. And that's what he was
Leave
saying.
him. Maybe.
No, my parents were very loving. They didn't want me to leave either. They were like crying. Um,
I don't know how any parents sensitive.
yeah, I think it's
so
hard. It was harder for them probably than for me. Honestly, looking back now as a parent, seeing that. Yeah, I loved yeshiva. I had a good time. I don't know if my, teachers had a good
I
time.
still want to know, were you a well-behaved kid?
Speak to any
No,
of
I
his
wasn't. I
teachers.
was not. I
They'll
was
come to
not.
me, they're like, your husband gave me hell.
Why was that?
I just love making trouble and being wild and having fun, and I don't know.
You think you took that energy and you followed it up into this account?
Some years I learned well.
Because
Maybe.
you still do funny stuff on your account, like the pranks and the other
Yeah,
stuff.
I love
like,
pranking.
There's a part
You
of you
don't
there. There's a
post
little
it enough.
schmentrick
I
still
don't
in
post it
you.
enough.
He tries pranking me every day. I'm like, Danny, I know you by now. I don't think there's much you
I
can do
prank my
anymore.
mother-in-law when I'm in Sydney. I prank my mother-in-law every day.
What was the last prank you did? What's the pranks that aren't posted?
Oh, I
Every day.
The
I
car-
swear I wouldn't even remember. Every single day. I'm like,
I-
You're
Danny.
like, we already have enough content. You don't need to prank me anymore.
I pranked my mother-in-law once. So I was driving her car, and I saw a car on a tow truck.
hmm
A smashed up car, and exactly like hers. So I stopped immediately, got out, and FaceTimed her.
You're on
And
the side of the highway?
No, it was like a,
okay, okay.
industrial area. I pulled up and I parked her car, and I went there and FaceTimed her and smashed up car. And I was telling her, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What the heck? What the heck is that? Daddy. Oh, that was hilarious. I got
That's
such a kick out
crazy.
of that one.
You get a kick out of it more than anyone else. You do it for yourself.
She definitely didn't get a kick out of it.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. There's something about like just when a prank doesn't hurt anybody,
Yeah.
there's just something so cool about it. It's just like it's being creative. Like I'm gonna go the extra step to build this narrative right now to
There's
get them
like
to just get a
videos
big
of
reaction.
Danny that his family shows me of when he's like 9. No, all the videos of you like pranking these random people at 9. Like,
Oh, I used to make prank
So funny.
calls. Yeah, I used to call like car companies and tell them all these things and whatever.
they're funny videos. Anyways,
One time I was
back
born
to
on
what-
Shabbos and we tried that, the invisible rope
No.
prank
What
No.
is it?
where you go across the street and you pretend like you're pulling like a little string, like a rope across the other side. One guy's on the other side, you're on the other side.
I've never seen
And then the
it.
cars stop.
It stops.
And
That's
they'll come out and they're
hilarious.
like feeling for like a rope or
That's
something.
hilarious.
So it didn't turn out so well in the third guy, but I had a lot of fun.
And the third
Did
guy,
you
what
get
happened?
The third guy
God
was ready
forbid.
to
To kill.
do something bad to us. So then we realized, okay, this is too much. This is
That's
too
terrible.
Change your
extra.
path.
I actually met up with that friend last night.
That's too funny.
Nice.
But did you eventually make it to Israel? Where did you guys meet?
We met. So we met in New York. So I lived in New York now for 3 years. Danny was back already, living in Sweden. He found his way back home. But actually, funny. Our mums were friends. They went to seminary together.
Not in
however many
Tzfat.
years ago. Not in Tzfat. No, in New York. They went to Sem in New York. However many years ago. And Danny's mom had called my mom. Basically, how the shidduch system works is that you I don't know if you know much about it or not.
I've never been on a shidduch date.
No,
Never?
okay,
Okay,
so
so listen up.
basically how it works in extremely short.
They
is-
blindfold you. I'll say before she says.
I don't know if I want to go on a shidduch date. I
No,
don't
they
know if I wanna-
blindfold
Of
you.
course,
They blindfold you and they bring you into the room. And when they take off the blindfold, you have to choose from 3 different girls.
Really, they do one of those YouTube videos where you have to.
Well,
They pull
basically.
up the curtain, you get to see like their shoes, and then
Basically, but then the girls have to choose you. It can get very tricky, and they have to choose you.
It sounds like a good
very
show.
heartbreaking.
oh, you're saying this is like this happens without anybody being in person. You're saying just
No,
that
in
this-
person.
Really? No,
I'm kidding.
you're choosing me right now. I couldn't. You look so serious. I'm like maybe
Not how
maybe
it
it's a little
works.
different in the Chabad community.
It would be a good show though. Like, can you imagine?
They do it right. They do it right in the street in front of 770. They do this like live game
How would it
show.
work there? It doesn't sound very fair for the girls. They have to like agree to match. They don't get the choices.
Well, isn't the system not so
I'm
girl-sided anyways? They say?
No. So
I'm
how
kidding.
he's kidding. So how it works is basically in really short is usually
I like that you let me do it because usually she stops. She's like, "No, you're just joking."
Yeah.
No, because she knew that I was so gullible. That
It's
Yeah,
good to
she
know you're
was in-
gullible.
she
You're in
was
a
in on
dangerous
it.
position now.
I'm very gullible.
You're asking for it.
I just want to believe that people are
Truthful.
saying true things
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. Make me
Listen.
feel bad. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Hilarious.
He's trying to protect
So basically,
himself.
how it really works though is so let's say usually the moms, some people might have someone else, but usually the moms are in touch with like a matchmaker of some sort or anyone really who has an idea, and they might come to the mom and say, okay, there's this girl or this boy who I think will be great for your daughter or son, and they'll get like a resume with a bunch of information, usually references and names, and they'll do some calls and be like, hey, can you tell me about, I don't know, whatever, Danny, you know, what's he like, how's he as a person, character, etc. And they kind of do the research beforehand if it's something that their, let's say, daughter is looking for.
Can I just pause you there?
Yeah.
If you're investing in real estate, right? You have $100 million to invest in real estate, and you're going to invest in only one property. How much research will you make in that one property you're investing in?
A lot. Yeah.
Your biggest investment in life is the person you marry. I promise. Thank God I'm very lucky.
Oh, you're very sweet. I could throw it
And
back.
if you don't make that prior research and take it seriously like that, then it will probably be very complicated afterwards. You're going to run into many problems probably.
Or I would say you're just going to be, if just to devil's advocate, it's also when people going on shidduch dates, they're really going for marriage. They're not going for a 3-year-long relationship to find everything out along the way. You're really dating each other for marriage. So that's like if you're buying a property, you're really, like it's not like you're cute, let me find out, let's see if we
Well,
get along.
There's something that always. I'm like dating age. I'm
Yeah.
dating, but I'm not.
How old are you?
I'm 22, but I'm not doing shidduch dating.
Right.
But something that feels scary about shidduch dating is that I don't like that girl, but I have a whole slew of resumes I could, go into. I like this girl's personality, but I like how this girl looks more. So now you're like building like a custom character, then you're never gonna find that character, no?
You're going to find it.
You're gonna find
You're
it.
going to find it. And don't go.
I have friends
don't
that
go
went
for
on
someone
so
that,
I would
many
say-
dates. They have
No.
went on a crazy amount of dates.
Yeah, but don't go for someone that you don't like the look of. Attraction is very important.
No, that's definitely like the number one for most
I know that's
guys.
number one, but it definitely don't marry someone that you don't find attractive.
Listen, if we're going to look for someone perfect, no one's ever going to be married. The entire world will be single because there's not a single perfect
But you have more
human being.
options with shidduch dating.
Well, you just
course
have,
you have more
Yeah,
options.
I mean, a mom might get, let's say, 6 resumes, and they'll be like, "Which one do you think sounds better for your daughter? Let's look into it." And then a lot of the time, though, the other side also has to look into it and agree. Like you have to. There's like a whole
8 people
process.
have to agree.
Literally, like the
parents.
kids, the other parents.
gotta get the board.
12 kids.
There's a
one
board, the whole
sibling,
board
the main
get
sibling
gotta
involved.
on
board
each
The main
set
side.
up.
sibling.
There's always a main sibling on each side. The parents, both parents, the girl, the boy, 8 people.
It's not as complicated we're making it out to be. You
Okay,
basically
so-
just get the resume, bunch of calls. Does this sound like someone my daughter wants to marry? Okay, I think so. Tell the matchmaker. All right, we're ready to give this a shot.
Oh, and then they do something called Theorist charm.
This I know about.
Yeah.
This you know.
There's also
I'm not
another one.
pranking you.
There's another one also.
What's that?
That could be.
J screen.
What's
Could be.
that?
Yeah.
Could
Okay,
be.
it's
I don't
also
know. I guess it does the same
competitors.
thing.
One
Oh.
doesn't tell you if you have anything, and then one tells you.
No
Dari
way.
Sharm doesn't
So
tell
Dari
you.
Sharm doesn't say.
Yeah, they don't tell you.
They will just tell if you're compatible
For that person.
for that person. They
'Cause it
won't
doesn't
tell
matter.
you.
I guess.
Why would you want to make the other person worried or whatever?
Okay,
If
fine.
it doesn't matter, it's not relevant for that person.
I
you
do.
marry that
There's a
person.
beauty in not knowing that you have problems that you don't need to know about.
Yeah, if it's not something
Well,
that's
it's not
like
relevant. Why
Yeah.
should I focus on the negative?
Either way, so 1 second, back to it. Okay, so they do the Daria Sharm, and if both parties agree to go out, you meet.
So we said
And-
no to each other in the beginning.
Yeah.
I
so,
did see that you guys got engaged and then you broke it off.
Yeah.
guys
You
got
did your
engaged again.
research.
I did a little research.
So yeah, that's what happened. But in short, so Danny's
broke it
mom
off.
had called my mom. It's
I like that
many
you can
years
laugh
later.
about
Come
it.
on, you forgive me by now. I'm really sorry.
Do I?
though. I don't know. Do you? I'm kidding.
I wasn't sure if that was like tea that shouldn't have been in. I was reading a thing on you guys,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like, is this tea
hilarious.
that should belong in this podcast,
That's hilarious.
or is this?
What were you reading though? What?
I was reading
You were
some
reading
article
it?
on you guys, and
That's too
it
funny.
mentioned that like there's a whole paragraph about it.
No way. I wonder who wrote it. I want to read it now. Oh, what do they say? Sometimes I'm like, what have I said public?
There's so many articles.
But
They
anyway,
don't
so
interview
Danny's
us, they
mom.
just write things.
Yeah.
You know, the BBC wrote once an article about us.
What did it say?
Absolute BS, taking words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
They interviewed
disaster.
us,
Mm-hmm.
and then they changed everything. It was after the Vietnam story. You know the
well,
Vietnam story?
No. What's
You
the
know?
Vietnam story?
It got like half
Oh,
a billion views across
We
the
were in
world.
Vietnam. You know the famous railway cafe where the train goes through?
All the Instagram.
All the Instagrammers do it,
Okay,
whatever. It's like
okay.
a phase on the side and the train goes through.
You have a
so-
coffee,
And you watch the
and-
train zip past.
and the train zips.
It's like
by.
one of those Instagram things
Yeah,
that look
yeah,
better
yeah.
on the video. Than
No, it's
like
actually really cool
No,
in
it's
real
great.
life,
Oh,
though.
okay, fine.
Epic.
expectation
anyways,
versus reality.
This
No,
one
it's
was
reality.
actually a reality.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
one actually was a reality. Either way, we were there and a guy came over to me. I was myself with the boys in Super Shaw, and he was like, what did he
Should
say
we
again?
expose what happened properly?
What did he say again? We can, but what did he say? Remind me.
A bomb is gonna.
Bombs
fall on
gonna
you.
fall on your kids from Israel. He was just basically like spewing all the hate. Bombs are gonna fall on your kids from Israel. Get out of here. He started screaming at my kid and me that were Jewish. We have to leave. Danny, I didn't say anything in the beginning because I was like
You're trying to
myself
ignore
with two
it, or-
kids.
Yeah.
And
Well, she
scared.
doesn't want to fight.
I'm not
okay.
interested in fighting as a girl with two children. But then Danny had come back now, and I was like,
This is good. By the way, you know how much you know uncensored men on Twitter. On
No.
X? He has like I don't know tens of millions of. That video got like 50 million views on
Mhm.
uncensored men. He stitched it, but he stitched it around. Or
Yeah, a lot
Someone
of-
Who was
else.
videoing? Who was videoing that video?
me.
Danny.
fine.
So I didn't even have a phone originally when he started screaming at me. Danny was a few cafes down, and when he came back,
I was
he
taking
pulled out his
shots.
camera.
You know,
Mhm.
I was taking shots of them, and then I'm like seeing some sort of something. Like she came over to me, Raizel, and she was like, she was worried about something. So okay, I'm actually gonna say this.
What?
I went over to the guy, and I told him, "Don't you dare tell that to my child. Don't you dare." Da, 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 da.
My
As you
child
should.
was traumatized.
You should say
Mendel.
that to
Yeah.
him.
You know,
That's
he told
crazy.
me recently. This was 2 years ago already, and he told me recently. He's like, "Mommy, I think I just saw the man from Vietnam."
He dreams
Oh, wow.
about
Like
him.
he's scared.
He has
Like
nightmares.
it was scary for him. He was like a 3-year-old. at the
Imagine a
time.
guy, adult, coming to you and get out of my shop. Get
That's
out of my
crazy.
as
shop.
a 3-year-old, and
As a
then
3-year-old.
I was speaking to him about it as a 3-year-old, and I'm like, why did he want us to leave? Because I'm wearing a yarmulke. Like he,
And he
Not
said, "I'm not
stupid.
taking off my yarmulke because I even wear it when I sleep." It's so cute.
yeah.
That's very cute.
I was like, don't take it off.
It's so
It was
cute.
very cute. I don't know how we got here.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
How did we get here? Okay, let's go.
Whatever.
Let's wind back
Let's
for
go
a
back.
second.
Rewind.
So my mother-in-law had called my mom and was like, "Hi, I'm looking into this girl for Danny. My mom knows this girl. Can you please tell me about her?" And my mom and them got it wasn't about me. It was for a different girl. They were chatting. "Oh, what's your son looking for? What's your daughter looking for? Oh my gosh, that'll probably be a great idea. We should set them up." And then at the moment when they had that conversation, it wasn't. I don't know. We both had said
Well, fuck, whatever.
it wasn't the
yeah,
timing. I
whatever.
didn't.
Oh,
think.
you know how we got into that conversation?
Remind me.
You said that you read an article. On
I read an
us.
article on you guys,
Oh.
and then
And
the
what did the
article
article
was on-
say?
The article said that you guys
How did that get to Vietnam?
had a
though?
broken off engagement, then you got engaged again.
Yeah.
And then it said
True.
a quote from one of you guys.
Oh, about the BBC.
That-
Okay, now I'm
I don't
getting
know,
back
it-
to
it
it.
was
What did
just-
it say? Was it a real quote?
It
No, I'm
said that
scared
they
of these
liked the drama,
articles.
or that you like that drama, something like that. Like one of you guys said that you liked that you had that dramatic thing in your. I
Oh,
don't know.
maybe you said once at one
Never
point
liked the drama.
that you liked that happened then, so now you know you chose her or something.
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
I
I
think you
don't
would
know.
say
I
that.
never
I
said
don't
I would
know.
like the drama. I don't know.
I think I
It wasn't
misread.
so easy.
Anyways,
No, it also
there's
could
there's
be,
a lot
They
about you
could have
guys.
miswritten.
There's a lot about you
could be
guys online.
miswritten. I don't know.
There's a lot
I
about
don't
you
think I
guys
ever
online.
said that. Yeah.
But
I
anyways,
should do
going back to
research
the
myself.
dating.
I actually
Anyways,
never Googled us.
so
What
I
comes
know, I'm
up?
curious. So then
I never Googled us. What comes up?
A lot.
What?
let's find this article.
Have you ever Googled us?
I've Googled us before.
I've
but I
Googled
don't
it.
think
The
I've
first thing
seen.
comes up. I've Googled. I remember now. Net worth. You just write that. Just tell me the first thing.
I want to know too.
Network. It does. It does.
It
That's
does the first thing.
It does.
Everyone's searching the net worth.
Why do they
How
want
are
to know
they
your net worth?
traveling with 2
Net
kids?
worth. Everyone thinks they're like worth 1.8.
I mean,
Okay,
we
so
will
it's
be.
the Philadelphia
Um,
Jewish film family, whatever. Do you know what this is?
I've
Oh,
seen
that's
that
years
article.
ago.
That
Yeah,
was a long
yeah,
time
yeah.
ago. I
So
have
they
seen that
said
article.
they said in this article
That I liked the drama.
I did Google us. I remember it shows
talking
up
about your
net worth,
Shomer Nagia.
and then they search Raizel.
No idea who wrote that
They
though.
search Raizel.
Ready?
What was the quote now?
Okay, you were never forced to date.
True. Tick.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
They joke that they joke that the only quote unquote drama in the relationship is that they were engaged twice. Did you say that?
No.
There was more dramas than that.
I think so.
Let's be honest.
That's funny. No, I
Journalism.
think that's a closed quote, but I mean a made up quote, but that's okay. Anyways, what are we up to?
I want to know about you
so
guys
eventually
were
we went
the
out.
shidduch dating. Yeah.
So eventually, like, it took about 2 years. A lot of other people suggested it.
Yeah,
it.
everyone suggests it came from like
A
her
lot
cousin.
a lot of different people.
what was such a clear match between you guys? Everybody's like, I see this.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I see it. Like, thank
I see
God.
it,
But
thank
I
God.
guess people who knew me and knew Danny,
What were you guys looking for?
each other.
Did you know what you were looking for? Did you guys know what you were
Yeah.
not looking for?
I
What was on that
looking-
resume?
I was looking for someone just like Raizel.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, I would throw it back because we married each other. No, truly though, truly. It's so funny. I don't know. I see why people said it. Like,
Yeah, I
thank
see that,
God.
of course.
Thank God. But 1 second, how did we go out again? My mom eventually called me and she was like, Raizel, just come on, go for coffee. Like, is this such a big deal to meet the guy? Go out for coffee, worst things to worst, you just wouldn't like him. Like, who
The
cares?
first date,
Yeah.
she said no after the first date. And I was like, okay. So I went on a plane. The next day I was on a plane back to Sweden.
Back to Sweden.
But I knew going on the plane,
You gonna see her again?
I knew I'm marrying her anyways.
Oh wow.
So I wasn't so disappointed.
So how did the second date happen?
Oh,
Pay.
I've spoken about this.
I paid.
You paid.
You paid?
So it's about 10K. You pay.
Danny.
Pay to win system.
Oh, no. I've spoken about this. My sister-in-law.
Oh, that could have been good.
Sorry,
I
I
could have
could
had
have
him
let
there
it
for a
go.
while.
You really
Sorry.
That's why they're searching up that Jewish family net worth, because they're like,
Yeah,
how did he have so much
Listen,
money?
getting paid for the second date. God forbid. My sister-in-law was flying, and I used to speak to her a lot during my dating process when I was dating other people for advice and this and that. And I remember once she landed, I was like, yeah, I said no. She's like, you don't know the guy. You can't say no after meeting him once. Like, what the hell?
They always say you got to go on a second date.
Yeah.
Sure.
She's like, that's so wrong. She's like, you can't do that.
Well, look at us. I think that's
Literally.
proof.
Thank God. So I
And
was
then what
like,
about the only
fine.
drama in your relationship? What happened there?
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't like phrase it. No.
In our dating relationship.
In our dating,
not even. There was
probably.
many other dramas too.
What was our other dramas?
I don't
Remind
know.
me.
You were like shaking before the wedding and
Oh,
the
yeah.
dating and
Mm.
in
I was
Sweden she came to
very
visit.
nervous to let go.
Yeah.
I have a hard time in
What do you
general
think it
to
was?
let go. It's probably just that. No, really. You
What
know?
do you mean?
No, like I'm just saying, like it was a scary thing. I think I've worked on that a lot to be able to feel things more. I had time like letting go and breaking, walls. I think that's all. It's just fear. I have a lot of fear. We know this.
I totally feel it.
Like it's fear. We have I don't know, so much fear built up. Like what if, and then but that's self work, I guess.
Yeah. I can
But
learn
thank
a lot
God.
from you.
Oh, you're very kind.
Yeah.
But no, thank
But
God.
here we are
dated.
today.
Now we
Thank
dated
God.
for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Got married 3 months later.
2 months later. No?
3.
Okay. Wow.
3 months later.
We're engaged for 6 months.
No, from when we met. Then we dated for 3 months. Then we got engaged for 3
Wow.
months. And we got married. And now we're here 6 years later, thank God.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Then when did the account start? When was it like, I'm gonna go all over the world and make this my life?
So the state of Israel reached out right when we got married and asked us to make a channel
What?
to promote Zionism.
Do you believe anything that comes out of his mouth anymore?
In
Got it
2025,
all
right now.
in 2025, that would happen. They would be like, "You're gonna be. We've done the research, and you're
I'm
gonna
kidding.
be our master."
No, it's just like one of the hate comments. Like,
All the hate
anytime
comments.
you speak, it's like, who's paying
Patreon,
you?
who's paying
No
you?
one's paying us, honey, for nothing. I mean, people are paying us, thank God, but no state of Israel is paying
We
us.
need the new Haredi Jew mascot to travel the world.
Danny was
No.
making videos before we met, actually. Different kind of videos.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were
Prank
dating.
videos.
No. I had a segment called Espresso Parsha.
Oh, it said that in the article.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was like a legit thing.
Yeah, it was legit. I love espresso. So remember I told you that I lost weight. So I went to espresso. I used to run miles to different cafes to taste their coffee.
Oh wow.
That was like my goals. And I got very into espresso as like an alternative I stopped smoking at one point. And that's when I put on a lot of weight. And when I started running, and losing weight, so I went to coffee as like a...
How much caffeine were you having in one day?
I did like 3.
3?
Not
Three
too bad.
espressos.
That's not too bad.
You still have like 3 a day.
Yeah, I still have 3 a day, yeah. But they have to be good.
Are you a person that drinks coffee at night?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he'll
that's
be
crazy.
like literally 1 a.m. Like.
If I need to finish a work or a video or something, and then I can fall asleep right after, no problem.
Really?
Crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Wild.
So you're making
How
these
did we
videos.
get to this? One second. Oh, so Danny's making
So
these videos.
I'm making these
right.
videos called Espresso Parsha. I used to love my espressos.
It was in Swedish.
It was in Swedish, so I used to go to these different places. Välkommen till Espresso Parsha. And I used to drink. Den här veckans Parsha told me about Moshe. I used to go on and say different, thoughts of the Rebbe on the Parsha, and that could be relevant for our lives. Like an inspirational channel, making Torah lessons inspirational for today's life. And a lot of non-observant Jews loved it and liked it. It's like a new, fresh way to look at Judaism type of thing.
Also, this was, if I could butt in, maybe like 6 years ago when there wasn't
7 years ago.
7 years ago. There wasn't much online. Like there weren't
No.
there wasn't really Jewish channels or creators. It was a very different world.
My first video got 1,500 views, and I didn't even know what page was. I posted it on my my parents' Facebook.
That's very cute.
Yeah, and then my friend Nathaniel came over to me once. He was like, "Danny, you gotta start a page." So I said, "What's that?" You have your own page, like nice daily, like your own page of this, that. So I was like, okay, sure, whatever. Okay, chill. So I made my own page, and I think we got like 10K followers eventually.
Something like that. So funny, when we were dating, I was like, you do you. I am not part of this, but enjoy.
That was on
be your
Facebook, yeah.
supporter.
It's funny 'cause I would think that you started it if I were to look at the page.
No.
Because
I
girls, because you look at it now.
I look at it
She's
now.
better. She's better than me.
She outfaced you.
You're
course.
very kind. I don't think
She
so.
learned
You
from
want to
the
know
master.
the brains and the creative element behind it?
It's
it is
Raizel.
Danny. You're very sweet. We can agree to disagree.
Well, we both do it together.
We do. I would say the creativity and like the drive. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Maybe the drive part.
The drive. You're more focused. I'm like in 17 places at once.
Well, you have containers at home.
Shut up.
Yeah, these containers from Amazon.
Yeah.
She's very excited about this one, that one. Oh, this one we're returning. Oh,
Like,
it has a
so
little
we have a
crack.
deadline today. I'm like, I'm organizing my cupboards.
That's crazy. You say
But-
cupboards. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
that.
Australian. What were we saying? This, Danny's making these videos, and then in Israel, we lived in Israel for 10 months when we got married. And then I was like watching what Danny was doing and seeing the positive feedback and
Whoa,
everything.
whoa,
Oh, did I
stop.
skip something important?
She was the editor. This is long form. She edited all the videos. First, my sister Khanchi, that lives now in South Africa. They live in
Okay.
Cape Town. They have a Chabadis for tourists there. She was the one that edited with me. So she like started it with me, my sister Khanchi. So shout out to Khanchi.
Woo.
And I would say it was a lot of work editing.
Mm-hmm.
And I have nothing to do with that. So when we got married, Raizel took over. She edited the video, so it took like 2 days or 3 days to edit.
Do you know anything about it beforehand? or
No,
you're
I remember one week his
She could
sister
learn
couldn't.
anything like this.
Oh, you're very sweet.
Anything.
His sister couldn't do it one week, and Danny's like, he was like, he got one out every single week without fail. He's like, I can't not have it out this week. I remember it was like Thursday night, and you had to
She
have it
learned the
out
whole
by
night.
Friday.
She learned the
No
whole
And I was
way.
like,
Premiere Pro.
Adobe.
Not CapCut.
All right, let's
Adobe
go.
Premiere Pro.
Sheesh, the professional software.
Yeah, the whole
Eh.
thing. And then she did it every week. And then
And then I started seeing like the impact he was making and like the beauty and the values,
Oh,
not
come on,
values.
Really?
Yeah, why do you think I joined it? I hated the camera back then. I want to
It's-
look at myself at a picture.
Wait,
Come
so
on, we've
before
had
that,
this
why
conversation.
were you doing the
So
work?
give me the BS.
Why were you editing before that?
No, because it was my husband's thing. I'm here to
Mm.
support my husband's dream.
That's
I'm
very
not going to
sweet.
be on it, but I support your dream. You know, he had big dreams, and I'm like, I'll support it. I think it's beautiful, but I didn't like really like, I maybe understand so much. No, to what degree? But then I started like really understanding it. When you live with someone, you hear them more, and you see more, and you understand more. So I slowly started like showing my face and that.
And then we
being
shifted
part
to
of
Swedish
one
and
the
English.
da.
Oh wow.
And we
Once
started
Raizel
doing,
joined.
yeah, a
And
little
then
bit of
1 week
English.
then only
half
English.
Swedish, half English.
And Swedish subtitles.
Yeah, it like slowly evolved. Sorry, Swedes.
Do you miss
Sorry,
your
guys.
Swedish audience? Or are they
They're still
there?
here.
They're still there.
The Swedes all understand English.
They know English. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Second
We have a
language,
very
yeah.
strong Swedish community following. Thank God.
Is there what do you do with your Swedish nowadays? You do any Swedish stuff?
You should.
If that makes any sense, because I feel like you have a lot of pride.
Patriotism.
Yeah, patriotism.
Very much so. He'd have the Swedish flag if he could on the top of the. I'm kidding.
What do I do with my Swedish? Well, we go
You
to
go to
Sweden.
IKEA every so
Go
often.
to Sweden.
Well, we went
Eat
to
some
IKEA
meatballs.
the other day.
Do you make good
It's not
meatballs?
kosher there.
It's not kosher.
But do you make your own meatballs?
I actually made Swedish meatballs
You actually
recently.
did the other day. Yeah, you did.
But I'm not, so like I don't have time.
Did
Not
they have
that
meat in
crazy.
Sweden growing up?
What do you say?
Did they have meat there when
That's
you
good.
grew up?
You can import privately. You can bring meat for yourself privately.
Okay. But you can't buy it from a store.
There is a little store
Hmm.
in the Jewish community.
Is that your store?
No,
The Chabad
No,
doesn't own the store?
no, it's a
Okay,
community.
that's cool.
But
called the Yatska.
it was way too little for your family. Don't forget, it's 11 kids.
You gotta save meat
Thank
for the rest of the
God.
country.
What
But anyways,
were we saying? I feel
you're-
like we're on.
so then you started making the content in English.
Yes.
And is that when you start seeing like a lot of growth, or it was just
It was no.
It was tough years.
Yeah. No, then we had Mendola first. And
Remember, we're doing this just to reach Jews in the world and trying to educate society, and not
we
not
didn't
becoming
Not
a
for the
massive
money.
Jewish page?
This is
That,
we
not for the
didn't
money,
have also
so-
like there wasn't anything like it. So it's not like we had much directive. We were
Right.
kind of just like
Looking
figuring
back,
it out.
yeah.
Looking back, we had no directive. We had no one to like try
We
and
just
copy
knew
and
that's
be.
the right thing.
We just knew there had to be something Jewish, like our life, what we believe, but we like
Yeah, I
like,
think God
we
guided us.
didn't really know what that like nothing. Anyways, then we had Mendel, and I remember we were telling our neighbor, not Jewish neighbor,
in Bondi Beach.
that yeah, where we lived.
We
What
lived
we
on the
do
beach, literally.
In where?
During COVID in Australia.
in Australia.
Australia.
Now we
Yeah.
moved to Australia.
By now we're in Australia.
Okay,
And I remember,
that's a big
yeah.
part of the
That was a
story.
big
Yeah,
jump.
big jump. But by now we're in Australia with a kid.
Well, we lived in Israel, and then COVID hit, and then we're like,
we were there
okay,
for
we
a
gotta
little.
go.
I was pregnant.
So the baby is going to be born in Australia. So we went to Australia. We lived at my in-laws for a little, which is, could be a lot for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we rented a little apartment on the beach on Campbell Parade. I said, like, if we're all the way in Australia with the most beautiful beaches, we have to live on the beach.
And I was like, Danny, no one lives on the
no one can
beach.
afford
There are no
it.
Jews
That's
there.
crazy.
No one can afford
No, the
it.
Jewish community's by the beach.
Oh, they are by the beach.
But they're up like a 10-minute, 5-minute, 3-minute walk. But
Not
Oh.
a minute.
no one's
20-minute
on
walk, yeah.
Campbell. No one's on like
No
the
one's on
beach. And
Campbell.
Danny's like, if I'm renting something, he thinks big or goes home. That
And
was
I
the
Was it
found
word.
worth it?
something. I found something for very
I
cheap.
found it. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
Raizel found it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're right. We found something, and it was cheap.
It was very cheap. It was COVID. The prices were like down to the ground. It was
It
ridiculous.
was so cute. Cute little apartment.
Tiny,
That's
tiny,
so
tiny
awesome.
little space. Anyways, we were telling our neighbor that they're like, what do we do? What do we do? We were chatting. We're like, yeah, we have these videos. Follow us on Instagram. By now, we had an Instagram page where we're
They're probably
posting the long
watching.
videos.
They're like
Hey,
real
guys.
They're your
Aussies.
biggest fans.
I don't know. Hey,
I don't know.
if they
Well, we
remember,
told
I
them
don't
that
know
we
where
changed
they
the name
are.
because of them.
Oh, really?
They were like,
What was the name
what's the
before?
name? They were
Well,
like
it was
espresso.
Espresso
Oh, it was
Parsha.
still
And he was like,
Espresso.
Parsha?
Tell
What
me how to
is
spell
that?
that next time.
P-A...
The best part is next time I met him,
Mhm.
I'm like, did he subscribe? So he's like, oh, what was it again? P-A-R-S or S-H?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was like, what is
yeah.
this? We're like, we can't have a name that nobody could spell.
So then you changed the name to. He told you to make it that Jewish family, or you came up with it
No.
yourself?
We said, it just has to be like that Jewish family.
And at that
Not
point,
like-
you
like
had.
simplicity.
So you have your name. You're living in Australia on the beach.
Yes.
Beautiful place. Very comfortable. No. Where did the travel come in? Where did this nomadic lifestyle come from?
I wouldn't
Where
say
did that
very
start?
comfortable, but
It wasn't comfortable. You
No,
were
it was
just saying
amazing.
how nice it
Financially,
was.
to be honest,
no, it was beautiful that we had that experience. But
financially we were fundraising for our videos. We believed in it like crazy. We really believed that this is something. We saw the responses. I think that was the main thing. We saw the responses from the messages and comments. By the way, I watched your video last night and it really helped me. And people like writing like they were contemplating suicide, but then they watch our channel and it gives them life and and it was like this window that was really I think it was a real gap. And it kind of like filled it in a sense. So we definitely believed in it very strongly, no?
yeah.
And I was fundraising for it.
To go traveling.
No.
No. Oh, we're not speaking about the travel. We're speaking
To
about
make
the
the
videos
videos.
right now.
Oh, to make videos.
make
Okay.
videos.
To make the videos.
To
We
get,
were
like,
really
a certain
breaking through. A lot of
salary
people were
from
like,
it.
what is this? Making videos about Judaism? Like, what is this? It was really breaking through a market. Not a market, but you know what I'm saying? Like breaking through people's ideas. Whenever there's something new, it's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
The travel started because we were stuck. COVID.
We didn't have a good time fundraising.
No.
Okay.
It was like really,
It's hard.
it was really difficult. But we were stuck COVID in Australia for like 15 months at this point. And we had a kid who at this point Mendel's 1 and Danny's parents had never even met him because we weren't allowed to leave the country, you know, how COVID was.
Oh, we decided to also move to Australia for life. So we decided to get Australian green cards.
Which cost us an arm and a leg
Cost
and
us
went to the
10K.
total bin.
10K each.
No, I'm
Total.
Australian.
Okay.
I had to sponsor him.
Oh yeah. That
And,
makes
like-
And we
sense.
put one thing wrong in it or whatever.
We literally borrowed the money
Yeah,
to do
oh
it.
my
And then we did one thing. No, they said a
some
certain
way.
paper wasn't put in, but that office was shut because of COVID, so it wasn't put in. So then they denied the whole
Denied
thing
the
and
whole
whatever.
thing.
I don't know, something like that. They didn't deny it. We didn't put it on the time. I don't remember.
Are you still Australian?
No, I'm
No,
Australian.
it's just-
No,
they
he
didn't deny it. They
didn't
just
go
like
through.
it didn't go through. The whole application didn't go through.
Whatever.
Because we
Bottom-
needed
yeah.
one more paper.
But you
It's
still
not
pay.
so- like that.
And
Yeah,
time
yeah,
passed
yeah.
out. So we have to redo it again.
Anyways,
It doesn't matter because
Yeah.
we never moved there anyway.
we never
It
moved
was a
there.
waste
We
of
thought
money.
we were going
Okay.
to live there. But we were there for like 15 months. Danny's parents never met Mendel. We finally were able to leave. And we're like, what are we coming back for? Like we could do this remotely. Let's just see where we go.
No, we happened to
So,
surprise also my parents.
surprised,
with
yeah.
Memo. That video got like 4 million views or something on Facebook. Thank God.
Like it was a long 20-minute video or something.
Like a 15, yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing. And then after we went to visit his parents, we're like, now what? We don't have an apartment. We have our 2 suitcases with us. we don't know where we want to live. Let's visit his sister in Iceland. So
You
we
have a
went to
sister
visit
in
his sister in
Iceland?
Yeah, she's the Chabad of
Iceland.
Iceland.
Yeah, she's a Chabad in Iceland, and we were like, everyone's like, where do you live? We're like, nowhere. We
So
don't
we
live
went there for a
anywhere.
month.
Mm-hmm.
We were just in Iceland for a month, and then we're like, now what? And then we had an opportunity. We went to
Oh, we were still making the Espresso Parsha videos every week.
yeah,
And then we had an
but-
editor, Yechiel, and his
Yes.
laptop got stolen while he was in London. So he said, unfortunately, he can't come out with the episode this week.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have a laptop even, did we?
I don't even. Maybe we had. No, we did. I don't remember. We had stopped editing. I don't remember exactly.
We stopped editing, and he was editing our videos.
So then we started focusing more on Instagram, on short form content, not long form content, because we weren't doing the long edits anymore.
Which
we
I
had a-
think, thank God, was a blessing.
good
in
A
switch.
blessing in
Yeah.
disguise.
Because
we
Sucks
missed-
for his laptop.
No, yeah, that was
You
sad.
can't get the
And
niche
also-
community. I don't think you can get the niche community of the Jewish people on YouTube like you can
Different
get them on
kind of
Instagram.
niche, different kind of following that people on YouTube and Instagram. So it's a blessing in disguise in the sense of our short-term content flowing. It's a shame about our long-term because
Yeah, but I really believe
But-
that Instagram is a social media.
Yeah.
YouTube is not a social media. YouTube
Yeah.
is to the 7 billion people of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is like a following of a
yeah,
community.
it is a community.
You have your followers, you have your feed. It's meant for you.
Yeah.
So
So then what happened next? At this point, we were in Iceland. I was like, where do you live? We're like, we don't live anywhere. Like, it just like was how life happened. And then we went to, remember Nas Daily Summit in Dubai.
Yeah,
And everyone's
Dubai.
like, where do you live?
And
And we're
we don't
like,
have a home.
nowhere.
We thought it was normal to
We
say
thought it was
that.
normal. Like, we
Nas
just don't have
asked
a
you?
home. No. Some
not
people
Nas.
who were
A
there
lot of
asked us. We're
people.
like,
I met him last week. He's very cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Cool
nice.
guy.
We were just like, we don't live anywhere. We don't have a home. Like we were just picked up and just like happened. And they were like, you mean you're nomadic? We're like, what's that? We're like, people without a, like nomads. We're like, okay, I guess if that's the word that it's called, then we're nomadic.
We literally learned the word from the person.
You
after.
use the words. You use that word now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from then. And
Maybe
we're
it
like,
was
Funny.
Eyal Bomo asked us?
I don't know. I don't
No.
remember who it was.
Do you like the
Anyways.
word? You feel like it was put in your mouth?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
okay,
like,
okay,
we were
yeah.
like, oh my
Well,
gosh,
okay.
that's
That's
what
me.
we are. And Danny was always like, Raizel, like maybe we just shouldn't settle somewhere. Let's just like keep traveling. Who
Traveling.
cares? We're doing remote work. Like everything's remote. Let's just travel and enjoy. And I was like, okay, let's see. Let's do this. Oh no, we're forgetting an important detail. For the Australian visa, we had to come back exactly in 1 year's time. So we
said,
were like,
"Let's
where are we
travel
going to go for a year? We're like, okay, let's just travel. Let's not settle
your
anywhere.
toes
And then we'll
in.
come back
Okay.
a year
To
later.
Australia.
And then that 1 year turned into 3.5 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then here we are today.
And now we are
Yeah.
today. No longer nomadic, but still traveling.
It
Thank
was
God.
worth it.
Have
Yeah.
there been any? What are some of the highlights? Let's start with the positive. What were some of the highlights of your
Highlights,
traveling?
Lot of
Ugh,
positive.
so hard. Oof.
Any like story that just like it brings out the like kind of
I loved every single country we went to. I loved that. It was that curiosity, that like thrill of seeing a new country. It's kind of addicting.
It's cool. It really is addicting. New
Yeah.
people, new communities, new culture, new place.
When your eyes are there to learn and to see and to really feel and to like get a sense of what's everything is like, and really trying to educate yourself really quickly about everything, and like trying to like just land in a place. We did zero research. We did research on one country and we regretted it. So we like
Yeah, we didn't do a single travel
Albania.
with
We did research on
research.
Albania, which is stupid. Oh, the nicest road in the world or whatever. We go there like, dude, it's not the nicest.
It was
road in the
pretty.
world.
It was very beautiful.
Yeah, but it made us dislike it because it was like, stop exaggerating. You know what I mean? Like,
Like exploring.
yeah, we like exploring naturally. We just land, we ask the locals.
Where to stay, what to do.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
Very.
But with 2 kids, thank God. We
Has
ended up
that
having
ever-
two
Back then,
kids
2
on the road.
kids.
Now three, but now we have a home.
Yeah,
thank
we
God.
traveled now
settled.
also like a nomadic way. We don't know how to travel normally.
Yeah.
We're crazy.
We're
There's nothing we
really
can
just
do.
saying that.
I've tried
Like, how
that
do we
once
travel
and it ended up
normally?
being so expensive to travel without a plan. It was so much fun
Probably.
Nah, it's a lot of fun.
It's
What do you need a
fun.
plan for?
to know where you're sleeping that night.
Yeah, so that we had a lot of nights we figured out very, very late into the night.
Unfortunately.
Any nights where you're like, it was really
hard. We went to
Yeah.
Sharm el Sheikh now in France, and we drove into Sharm el Sheikh, and we were like in the car for like an hour trying to figure out.
Researching because it was like, oh, everything is 99.99% booked for the night. And we're like, hey, we're tired.
And
wanna
we
go
got
to
an
sleep.
Airbnb last second, something,
It's a
whatever.
miracle.
Thank God.
It
Like
was such a
10
cute
minutes
one.
before it was the deadline. And well, it's very cute. It was beautiful.
No, but during our nomadic times, I think our biggest struggle is financial. Everyone's like, what did you guys do? Sell a company? Like, how
Yeah, how you
doing
guys
this?
make money?
Yeah, no, we were broke as hell. Like, we were genuinely like, we were.
It's cheaper traveling the world
But
than living
I agree,
in a
yeah.
city.
Everyone's like, how? We're like, honestly, now we spend so much more. We're paying for rent, we're
sure.
paying for life costs, you're paying for utility, you're paying for this, you're paying for that. You like end up spending so much more settled.
100%.
We spent like our costs were more than half,
More than
less
half,
half,
less than half.
less
Quarter.
than half traveling.
Literally a quarter.
Food was always I don't know, things were just cheaper.
Were you guys comfortable though?
No,
We were happy.
but
You
we
were
were
happy.
happy. We were comfortable on experiences, you know?
We weren't comfortable in what sense?
Like
Traveling?
money-wise?
No, like you know
No.
where you're gonna sleep tonight. You
No.
know that you
No,
have food
no,
in the fridge.
no.
You know that you
No,
have.
we live
We knew
day by
nothing.
day. The only focus
Literally
was
day
that
by day.
literally our huge focus is that the kids have what they need, and then
No, the kids needed food to eat. It's very important.
the kids need a place to sleep. Very important. No, like I'm saying, that was our biggest, like, you know, obviously.
We
But-
weren't comfortable, but I think we were happy.
Yeah,
was
we
fun.
had some really hard times though, but it was like worth it.
For sure.
But it was cheaper than anything else would have been. So like eventually when we started getting bigger, we'd have like companies that like worked with us and some brand deals and this and that got us
That's
through.
how we make money.
That's how we did it. That got us through super tightly, but got us through.
Thank God.
Thank God.
And then I feel like you guys are outwardly Jewish. You look Jewish. You're wearing kippah or a hat or tzitzis or whatever. Have there been any negative experiences or even just maybe not even on the Jewish side of just like very bad things that happened or tough?
It's funny because people expect like, what? You guys traveled, I think now it's 40 something countries together as a family.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Wow.
And they expect to hear like story after story. And I'm like, honestly, I have so much nice stories to share.
That's why I started
Like-
with the positive.
Yeah. Like
No, but it was
I could name on my fingers negative. Like that one guy in Vietnam, like
literally.
a few maybe Jew here and there, Egypt, fine, whatever. But like
Egypt, yeah, okay.
they didn't give us food, whatever.
I'm Egyptian.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
No
like
way.
1/4 Egyptian.
No way.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
they starved us in Egypt, the little.
A little.
Why?
Yeah.
What did they? There's no
Stupid.
food there.
There
What
was
happened?
food. They like
It's crazy. I think of Egypt a lot because when we went to Egypt, it reminded me. We went for the Espresso Parsha. I was back in the Espresso Parsha days, so we went to Egypt to make an episode.
about Yosef.
Oh,
about
so you
Joseph.
were traveling a bunch.
Well,
before.
lived in
Espresso
Israel.
Parsha, we lived in
okay.
Israel.
Yeah,
we
Espresso
traveled.
Parsha, each episode we did somewhere else. But somewhere else was
It
like
was
a different
travel
city in
related.
Israel. We like always was travel, like let's check out this city, that city,
Yeah,
that
you
city.
scroll back on YouTube and Facebook,
Yeah.
you'll find that.
So
yeah.
Egypt, we were living in Israel, you walk across the border and you can make a video about Yosef. How cool is that?
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
So what is it to be a Jew? Why do we need to wear our kippah? You're asking about being openly Jewish while traveling. I'll give this. When we went to Egypt, it was intimidating maybe to be openly Jewish. They all said Yahud, 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 and you know, they can kill you. I don't know. You're in their territory.
No, but back then, like, it wasn't.
Yeah,
we
it was
didn't
before
think
October
like
7th.
that.
We didn't think that extreme. We
All
wasn't
Israelis
comfortable
go
sleeping
there.
there, especially
Yeah,
after
it was
that.
a little like after
Wary.
dinner.
So that was like, let's say, negative experience, right? And then we can go to Fiji, for example. We went to Fiji and they literally bow down to you because you're God's chosen people. And they're like,
That's
oh,
how they
goods of the
spoke.
book. And
Yeah.
I went with a shofar, for example, and they were
I wanna go to
so in
Fiji.
yeah.
There you go.
You know, that's a flower of Fiji. That's the local.
That's the flower
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like
It's a
on the
beautiful
Fiji
place.
green water. Oh,
They
bowed
literally
down to
were
you?
like,
well,
like
no.
not literally,
Almost.
but almost. Like they were
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you're the people of the Bible.
Put it this way, I was
Like-
with the shofar in security, and they stopped the security in the airport. They were like, "What's this inside? Can you take it out?" I'm like, "Oh no, what's going to They're gonna take it away." They're like, "Please, this is the shofar. Please blow it for us." And they all
What?
gathered,
They
the whole
stopped
security.
the entire security for it. And Daddy
And I said, "All right, if they're asking me, I'll blow it as strong as I can." I blew the shofar.
it was great.
And
That's
then
crazy.
they all said, "Do you keep the Shabbos?" They wanted to know if we keep the things from the book because we're the Jews' chosen people.
Yeah, so respectful.
So respectful and so loving and everything. Beautiful. So is our Judaism based off the circumstances? Because if yes, then we should be comfortable and uncomfortable in every country we're in based on how much they respect us. So my Judaism is not going to be that. My Judaism is not going to be based on other people. It has to come from within. It has to be deeper. And I think we can all think about that. Like, especially after October 7th, it's like, well, what is it to be a Jew? So many Jews were killed for being Jewish. So what is it what is a Jew? And once we realize it's about the relationship between us and God, a personal relationship, and then the yarmulke and tzitzis and all the mitzvahs, they're like symbols of relationship. And like, no, I'm actually not going to take off my yarmulke. I'm actually not going to take off my tzitzis because this resembles that relationship. And then you understand that this is something to be proud of. So I often think about that example, that contrast between Fiji and Egypt, of like as a reminder that like no circumstances can ever change our relationship with God. And when we travel around the world, going from one country to the next country should never change your attitude towards your personal relationship between literally the creator of the world, which gave us a personal connection, like an invitation to be, hey, here, this is a yarmulke, this is a tzitzis, this is the tefillin, this is your mitzvahs to connect to me. And we should be very proud of that. And we
You
should
also
never
feel
let...
like that's beautiful. Well said so
That is
nicely.
beautiful.
What did you say, that one?
That's said so nicely.
Thank you.
I also think it makes you feel like you're living an authentic, true self. Because if you feel like you need to change yourself based on other people, then you're not going to be internally happy. You're not going to feel authentic. You're not going to feel grounded in who you are as a person.
Yeah, I remember I was on a plane and for some reason I felt like I needed to talk to my sisters.
Yeah.
And it just didn't feel good. Didn't feel great.
I've
Yeah,
never talked to
listen.
my sisters in my life.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm looking back. I was now in Paris. I made a video about it. If I would have talked to my tzitzis, like, what does that message say to God? Like, I'm not proud of this relationship.
Also, I would say, like, if we're gonna think about the world as it is, it could be really scary, right? It could be scary, and you have to lean into your trust to God so much that you're gonna be safe and you're gonna be okay, and your children are gonna be safe and your children are gonna be okay. That I feel like if we really lean into that trust, then if we're our Judaism should reflect that too. Like, if we trust God that we're going to be okay in this scary world, then we should trust God when walking on the street that wearing a yarmulke, we're also going to be okay. Because it's the same God that's controlling the world, you know? It's the same, I don't know if this is
No, that's a very good point. It's the same God that creates the circumstances and the situations that tells us to wear yarmulke. So what are you trying to cheat God?
And if
Or
we
you
really
feel like
believe
maybe
that
this will
he's-
make the situation
So
happen.
there has to be, obviously you can't be stupid. You know that famous story of God, the boat story, the famous
Right.
story of the guy drowning. And then it's not true, obviously, but like there's like a boat that comes to him and he's like, no, God's going to save me. And then an airplane comes, no, God's going to save me. And then he gets to heaven after he drowns. And God's like, I sent you an airplane. I sent you a boat. I sent you what the hell, you know? So there's obviously situations that like, if you're genuinely risking your life, God does not want you to risk your life. That's stupid. We're meant to protect our life.
Yeah, I
But
don't
in a
think walking around on
situation-
the street is risking your life.
Yeah, it's just might be a little uncomfortable. What's that person next to me going to think of me once I find out I'm a Jew? Oh, am I going to be called Jew? And then what?
I heard
they have
I
a
heard
gun
a
on- like-
statistic of some point that people are openly Jewish in a way get less harassment than people that aren't openly Jewish. If people find out someone's Jewish, they get harassed more than someone that's openly Jewish because they feel like they're hiding something. So, oh, you're hiding something. Oh, it's as if like there's a reason he's hiding it. It means he's something wrong.
Also, maybe the statistic is psychologically, when you see someone's proud of something they have,
You don't
they're more
touch them.
confident.
Yeah.
Or
know?
you're more intimidated to
Yeah,
say
To be
something.
Yeah,
honest,
you're
thank
more
God,
intimidated
like I
'cause-
walk around like this.
they seem more confident as a person. But I do think like if we
Or
have
like
to,
you're used to it. You're seasoned. You know how to receive it.
it's scary. It's
Versus
easy
a
to
person
say.
who's hiding it doesn't know
It's very rare.
how to respond to it.
I think it's easy to say all this than to like start from fresh and like wear a yarmulke for the first
Right.
time on the street, that could be very
I would
scary.
give a lot of kudos
And
for someone just starting out. 100%.
that's a lot scarier than if it's something that you've always done and you've felt the
Maybe
repercussions
also
and felt the safety
I brought
of it.
up in Sweden where this happened the whole time.
So you're, yeah.
But to be honest, my father always told me as a kid, never look at them, never give them that pride that you're scared. Never show weakness. They're scared of us. He always says, "Ze mer van dir."
Even if they weren't, he probably wanted
even
to
if-
make you feel good as
Yeah,
a
even
kid
if
and
they're
not
like,
to be scared.
"Ze mer van dir." He always told me in
He's a good
Yiddish.
dad.
They're scared of you. And I believed it. I don't know why. I believed it. He said it so many times. I really believed it. And I used to walk around there. I remember Nordstein. Nordstein is a place where it's a no-go zone. The police told us we can't go there anymore. It's the biggest mall. Sometimes I need stuff from there, you know? So I used to go there and I used to walk around like this.
All
That's
macho.
hilarious.
As a kid.
That's hilarious.
You'd walk through the door sideways.
That's so funny. But I do think we have to remember that Hashem is really like, no, not that no one's safe, but we don't control this world. We really, truly don't. And if we want to feel safe in this world, then we have to really trust that Hashem's going to do that for us. And what are we going to do for Hashem? And some
It's,
people
in a
might
sense,
be
also
wearing a
midah keneged
yarmulke.
midah.
Some people might be keeping Shabbat. Some people might just be like praying to God every day and speaking to God and recognizing God in their life. Whatever it is, we're all on our own journey to our Judaism. We're all on our own journey with our connection to Hashem. And our Judaism has to feel authentic and real. And we all have different paths and how we get there. Obviously, we have the guidebook. God told us exactly how he wants us to connect. And he also made us humans to find the way to get there and to connect. You know, he told us Shabbos, kosher, this and that. And he made us humans to connect to Shabbos and find the way of how we're going to keep it and connect. You know what I'm saying?
I also think that if we put in the effort, if God, you truly have to like tone into that fact that God created the world. I think that's like the first thing. Bereshis
in.
bara Elokim es hashamayim v'haaretz. It's the first pasuk in the Torah. Like God created the world. Remind yourself that every day. God created the world. And if God created the world, what does he want me to do? And then you won't have such doubts.
We
Then
lean
you,
into the trust, and sometimes we don't see what we're meant to see, and we question God's plan, but we know it's God's plan.
Talking about safety and your family, you guys are very public online. You share a lot. I'm assuming with that within reasons and boundaries, but
Yeah.
why are you so comfortable doing that? Do you worry about your safety? Do you worry about any of that?
That's funny. We had this conversation yesterday, literally yesterday. We definitely have to be cautious. But I think it goes back to the same thing. If we believe we're doing something that's right, and if we believe that this is something that is what we're meant to be doing now, then we just have to lean into our trust that Hashem's going to protect us.
And to wrap it all up, if all your followers, I'm sure your followers are a very diverse group of people, and you know better than I do, were in a room and you could tell them one thing.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for following. We appreciate you. Think of one thing, Danny. Let me think.
Wow.
One
Usually when we say this, it's
Ooh, it's a
one
hard
person.
one.
Here we have a whole council.
Yeah, literally.
But I feel like your brains are pretty in sync.
That's what happens when you're married. You start to. That's a good question.
You just need to look at each other. You know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we learn.
I don't know.
You say one thing.
Well, I love saying the line of the fact that we're in a relationship with God. I think I oversay it too much.
Well, you really believe it.
If you oversay it, you probably believe it.
You
Yeah.
believe it. I would just say thank you for being here. No, truly.
I would say thank you for being with us on this journey, and bringing us to where we are.
Yeah, and I hope that we.
Thank you. Thank God.
Thank God, and I hope that us showing what we show could help create barriers and respect and love and understanding, even if someone lives a different lifestyle or disagrees. I hope that, everyone has their part to everyone could do something in this world. You don't have to have a channel to make a difference. Everyone has their calling. And I hope that everyone could learn from each other and respect each other and find it. And thanks. Yeah, thanks for being here, I guess. I don't know. It's a hard one.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you for
Raizel,
having
Danny.
us.
Thank you for having us.
I've learned a ton, and
Thank
you guys
you.
have truly made we spent more time than the interview, and you guys took a good amount of time out of your day
Thank you.
to be here, and I want to appreciate that.
Well,
and I
thank
learned
you
a
so much
ton.
for having
and
us.
really,
Thank you.
you're great people,
Thank
and
you.
I
That's
feel
very kind. Well, you seem
I
like a pretty
appreciate
solid
it.
guy yourself.
Thank you.
you.
I would add, thank you. I would add that in a world like today, there's a lot of distractions. I would add, if I would have the entire audience in the room, maybe this is what I would say. There was a lot of distractions, and society today can show this and show that this is the goal and make money and this and that. We have a specific mission on earth, and as a Jewish people, and we're in a space, we're in a time where the world is not in its perfect version. And it's not normal that there's death. It's not normal that there's a war in Israel now and Gaza, this whole thing. It's not normal that people are sick. It's not normal that Charlie was assassinated for just like speaking his voice. And we can all make a change. We can all make an action every single day. God wants us all to, like, the Rebbe said something so powerful. This actually inspires me every day. I think about this line the Rebbe said every day. It's tut alles was kannst. Do everything what you can to bring Mashiach. The Rebbe said, I tried my whole life to bring Mashiach. Now it's your turn. After the Rebbe, there's no other Rebbe. Why? Because he said he's giving it over to the Jewish people. He's giving it over to us. Now it's our job to bring Mashiach. It's as simple as that. Do one act of kindness.
Can I add one small tiny thing? It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I don't think it's not just the Jewish people. It's everyone. We have so many followers.
You're right.
And
She's absolutely right. The Rebbe said it's for everyone. Every single human on earth has the ability to bring Mashiach. And we can't accept the status quo of the world just being, world, killings, it is what it is, As you say in Hebrew, en ma lasot. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is. No, there is something we can do, and we all have to put in effort. We have to act responsible for this world. The world is not a jungle. The world is a beautiful garden that God created, and we are the gardeners. And when you're a gardener, you walk into your garden, you don't just walk in and say, not my problem. You take care of it. And, there's many people
Very
in the world
nice.
that care about many different things. And the Rebbe really wanted us to care about Mashiach. And that's one of the reasons we have this channel. So I would
not
say,
to make it floofy, Mashiach is just the time in the world will be
Yeah.
perfect, and we could all do our part to make the world perfect.
we can all have a part in it. And it's not so out of reach. That's what I
Beautiful.
would say.